To start? Yes? Okay. So, well, hello. This is one level from a village actually named Perl, or Perl, located in Germany. Wendy and Liz kindly gave me as a souvenir because I was the attendant from the farthest place at the QA hackathon. I'll talk about it later. And this is also a souvenir from the QA hackathon. This is MST. I'm sure you know MST, but he is one of the most active developers in Perl world, and he is also a guest speaker at this YAPC Asia this year. And well, today's topic is typemap feature in PerlXS. This sounds very advanced topic, so well, there's so few people. But well, let me ask you first: have you ever written an extension that bridges C and XS Perl? Yeah, of course. Or your favorite language? C and your favorite language? No? Okay. Then first, I'll talk about something about what is PerlXS. Well, Perl has a feature to load an external C library like this, loader and pass TL files and load file. But, well, this naturally won't work correctly unless the library conforms with Perl's convention, because Perl and C is different languages, so the language should do the Perl way. Otherwise, it probably is fault or something. So we need something in between to use C function from the Perl world. And actually, the one in between called XS interface is very easy in principle. So as long as you don't do anything extra. The simplest form of XS interface looks like this. These 3 lines are to use Perl API, so all the XS interface should have these 3 lines. Like, well, pure Perls use strict or use warnings, like that, something like that. And this line include pp.h is for portability between Perl version. And this is to import C function from the library. Yeah, C library's header file. That should have some declaration or public APIs of the C library. And this is module and package declaration for Perl. And the function declaration to export, that means you want to use in the Perl world, follows. And you know, as with .h header files, there should be only declaration in this. No extra code, no C, nothing difficult. Difficult? No? Okay. However, the library you use, the C library you use, may not always be that simple. Yes. This int func const char store string is very simple function, but the library you want to use may use more complicated stuff like, well, call by reference or callbacks. And people may add something written in C with a variety of Perl API to this. And that makes the XS interface very complicated. However, if someone's XS code scares you, please remember, what's difficult is not the XS interface itself. It's something else. The library or someone's Perl API code, makes the matter complicated. So don't hesitate writing in XS interface if you find a very useful C library and it has no Perl bindings. And part 2. How .xs file is compiled? You know, this XS file is not C. So C compiler can't compile as is. So we need to compile or process this first. Yeah, to build, yeah, this is so. And if you already have a makefile PL in a distribution, then just run it and then make. So, but that XS file should be compiled. Or if you have build PL, do something like this: perl build.pl and run.pl. Or maybe build space build. That depends on the module build or module build tiny. And if you don't have either, use Miller or Minira, well, recently developed by Miyagawa-san and Tokuhiro from Japanese people, will help you. And ask for details, Miyagawa-san. And, well, the most important extra part will translate like this. After you run makefile and make, a function exposed to the Perl world takes a Perl variable as its argument. Well, actually, this is Perl argument, the first argument for the Perl function. And, however, Perl variable is actually a structure in C, not a plain const char or int or something. So you can't pass it directly to a C function, and vice versa. That's why this line is called. The file variable is converted and cast into a C variable here. And then the function imported from the library is this func. If func is actually imported, that one imported from the C library, not XS code, and called. And then the return value is converted into file value again, because the return value of func should be a C variable, so we need to convert it back again. And typemap I'm talking about is the key to this conversion. And basic type mappings are defined in xtutils typemap file. If you want to look at the typemap, perl-m xtutils typemap, and it should be shown. And like this. Basic C types, integer is mapped to t underscore iv, unsigned t underscore uv, etc., 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 etc. And any types not listed there, not listed here, should be added locally in a file named typemap, local typemap. And about type mapping. A typical typemap file has 3 sections. Typemap section contains a pair of C types and XS type. And how to map should be described in the input and output section. And if necessary, local typemap may not have this input or typemap because, well, if default typemap have, if you don't need the extra custom input or typemap output, you can just use the typemap input or output from the default typemap. And these code fragments will be interpolated while processing XS file. Adding often not listed C types is easy. Just add, well, put C type and corresponding XS type. And modifying behavior of an existing XS type needs some consideration. You need to care. If you are confident, if you really think this modification doesn't break your existing software, just add a new code fragment in a local type map. Then it will be used. Or you might want to add another type map in the XS file before the module and package declarations. If you add something above this, this will be considered pure C code, so you can write anything over there. And then add the behavior of this new type in a local type map. Then it will be used. In this case, the T underscore type underscore PV accepts null value. And there is also a much trickier way to do it. In this case, I tweaked this variable name, string or null, and I can't explain in English. Well, if you don't get why this works, see PerlXS, and you can find some explanation. The point is, well, this is, sorry, Japanese expression of backslash. And if variable name has or null, then there's a string reference to a scalar will be returned, and that is dereferenced. Well, very complicated and wicked way. And in other case, well, remove a star and prepend out or in out for an argument called by reference. Well, this is declared int star or space len, but you can modify it like this. It will work correctly. And there are many other topics that please read these documents. And from converting from .h files to XS files. We've written XS files by hand so far. We didn't use any tools. Actually, I used, but I didn't talk about it. Of course, this can be done with a tool. And the best known tool is called X2XS. This is very old. Well, about 20 years, 19 years old, like that. It's mainly used to expose constants from a C library. Like, if I remember correctly, file FCNTL module or socket module, maybe, is generated by this X2HS script. And this H2XS, actually, with the help of C scan module, you can use it to expose C functions as well. Like this. Run this command from the command line, and you get this kind of, well, I forgot to add -b option, so but I was warned, use it, because that is something, well, without that, generated code by H2XS prevents all the parts from installing. Anyway, that H2XS writes PPP port and scanning type maps, scanning default type maps, and scanning specified header for functions, actually passing header.h and look for all the functions it needs to expose, and also type defs and write other stuff. And if the library you want to use is fairly stable, that doesn't update it not so often, this may give you a good starting point. However, as I said, the files H2XS generates are rather old-fashioned, and it's not good at updating only a part of a distribution either, because, everything is created. If I want, for example, if I want to just update this file, but can't. So that's why I started writing something temporarily called convert H XS. This is not yet published on the CPAN, just GitHub. And this module takes the C header file and looks for the minimum information to write XS components, defines or includes, and type maps and C function names, and structs, or etc., etc. And also, this module provides methods to write XS components for convenience, write constants or write functions, or I don't remember, write XS or something. And you can tweak those pieces of information with a callback. Write functions callback of the write function takes type name, function type, function's name, function's arg. So if you want to tweak, if you need to tweak the name of an argument, or needs to remove some part of type, you can tweak and return all of them, so they should be replaced. Or just return empty list, then it will be removed completely. And, well, I'm grateful if you help me to improve this at the hackathon. And I think I have a few minutes, 10 minutes. So I also want to talk about something on CPAN's update. I'm not sure if you remember, but I talked about CPAN's last year here. CPAN's is a testing service, and CPAN's tests what module authors often forget to test by themselves. Well, CPAN module have a lot of tests in the distributions, but the tests bundled in the distribution is something the author should think it appropriate. And the author often forgets if the tool he or she uses is new enough. Or author may forget to test the pod document is correctly formatted or something like that. And I attended the PerlQ Hackathon QA this year in Lancaster last weekend. So, and we discussed something. We discussed, and several metrics are going to be removed. Actually, no. Sorry. Some metrics are going to be removed, and some metrics are going to be added. I want to something add. And to add new metrics, we need to find issues. And issues are often raised by other QA to people. For example, do not ship modules with module installed at 1.04 because this module install is broken, so you shouldn't use it. Or stop shipping my meta. This my meta information is only for a local distribution, local. So don't put this file to CPAN. Both are reported by Miyaga-san. And also, we need to confirm this kind of reports are measurable. The issue raised by the reports are measurable, because if they are not measurable, we can't test. And also, the issue should be widespread, because if the issue is only for one or two or very few distributions, we should just report to them and ask them to fix. These issues should be widespread enough to, well, enough for us to give up reporting one by one. And what can I use to confirm? There are a few tools for me, at least, but I just wanted something else. So I choose Grunga to create something for me. Grunga is a full-text search engine and a column store, and actively developed and is awarded this year. And Grunga has client and server mode, and Grunga understands HTTP. So actually, if you don't need to do anything special, just use some CURL or something to do most of the things. And Grunga provides C API, and Grunga has a default web interface, so you don't need to create anything. You can add keywords or something by this web interface. But and there are several CPA modules that connect or communicate with Grunga, and most of them use HTTP client or Grunga's default client by system parent. But well, I wanted to use C API of Grunga, so I also wrote. I started writing this module. This is not released, not yet. And also, I'm grateful if you help me to improve this at the hackathon. If you want to know about Grunga API, ask me later, so I'll tell more details. So thank you. If you have any questions, please tell me or later, maybe. Okay? Thank you.